A wavering heart always stops us from taking serious decisions in life. Wavering means fluttering or unable to take strong decisions, unable to choose between the two that's given in front of us. We'll tell you the story of a girl who just finished undergraduate in nursing. There were many options before her. One was to go abroad for getting a good job and good salary, that in that way the life will be more smoother. And another option was to go for higher studies so that she will be able to pursue her studies further and do some research and all. And option was to get married. It was difficult for her to come to a particular point of decision. For some time she thought, I will go for higher studies. After 1 week she said, I will go for a job and I will go for some English language test or German language test so that I can go abroad and get settled down in the best way. And in between she thought, I'll get married, because after marriage also all those things are possible. And among these three options, she was stuck up, and finally she couldn't take any decisions. And that wavering mind took her 1.5 years. And then after 1.5 years, she joined in a small clinic nearby her house. What exactly happened here is that she was stuck up between that fluttering thoughts. She was stuck up between the wavering minds. One person went to buy a land to build a house, and he saw that land, he liked that land, came back home, and wife said it's better to buy a house than to buy a land. Then he was again changing his mind, and after 1 week, one of his friends said it is better to go for a flat so that life is safe and secure over there, especially for the girl children raised up in the house. And then he thought, okay, I'll go for a flat. Then another person said, it is if you buy a land, you can build a house according to your likes and dislikes. The design will be superb if you only give an idea for design. Then he thought, okay, I'll go for constructing a house. And finally, what happened is he was unable to take a decision, wavering heart. And there are people who buy a house, after buying a house thinking it was good if I could have gone for a flat because life is safe over there. I bought a house in this place, and another place would have been a lot more better than this. And if you go far away from the city, it would be much more better. Not able to stick on to one point. That is called a wavering heart. And after +2 or after a certain education, you decide to go for a particular course for future, pursue a particular course. And then again this thought comes, it is better to go for the other one. Some people say go for the medical line. Some people go, engineering side is better. Some people say pursue in the area of language. And when all this comes, people are confused, perplexed, not able to take a step further. There was a person buying a house. After buying a house, he thought it is better to continue in this rented house where I'm living because life is comfortable there, neighbors are good, everything is good. And actually, for wavering heart, there are many ways the secular people, the counselors, give advices for the wavering people. One such advice is to go for meditation. People say, stick on to the work that you're doing, have a routine life, get up early in the morning, pray, and do physical exercise, and do some exercises that helps you to concentrate with your mind, and all those advices some people give. Even I also have some advices to give you. You need to have a strong mind. When it comes to the matter of finding a partner, 2 proposals come in front of you, maybe sometimes more than 2. When all this proposal comes, you're confused. Sometimes young people come and ask me, I have 3 proposals ready and I can say yes to any of the 3, but I don't know which one to say yes. And what is God's wish in that? What is God's plan in that? And to such people I always say, you go ahead, whichever is peaceful to you. God is not going to come and punish you because you selected a person who was not God's will actually. God is not going to punish such a person. Because as long as God is silent on this, God is not telling anything to you, you have the freedom to select the person whom you want to marry prayerfully. God is not going to come and punish you. And as a matter of fact, when we say God's will, God's desire, it's not just about seeking for God's will. Most of the time, people are thinking about how can we have a prosperous, happy, and a blessed family life. And for that, they say God's will, God's will, God's will. This both are almost same, but it's not fully same. God's will is different, and having a prosperous family life is again different. So go for a prosperous family life according to the peace that you have in your heart. That is why I always tell the young people, you need to have a peace in your mind. Peace is what it makes the things different. And I just want to read a few verses from the Bible to support you if you have a wavering heart, or if you can help somebody who is a friend of yours or somebody who comes in your contact list wavering in their decisions. You'll be able to help them with these Bible verses which I'm going to tell you. James 1 verse 6 says, "But let him ask in faith with no doubting, for one who doubts is like a wave of the sea that is driven and tossed by the wind." Hebrews chapter 10 verse 23 says, "Let us hold fast the confession of our hope without wavering, for he who promised is faithful." James chapter 1 verse 3 says, "For you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness." Hebrews chapter 11 verse 6 says, "And without faith it is impossible to please him. For whoever would draw near to God must believe that he exists, and he rewards those who seek him. He is a double-minded man, unstable in all his ways." Psalm 27:14 says, "Wait for the Lord, be strong, and let your heart take courage. Wait for the Lord." To everyone who is wavering, my advice is that trust God, ask God. God will help you. He will not leave you nor forsake you.